So I started correcting Ollie when he and Backup were together in the living room because he started. You want a piece of me? You want a piece of me? You get all of me. Yo people, if you want a cool t-shirt with funny owl quotes on it, go to my viral style store, people, because I have created the coolest sweatshirts, t-shirts, tank tops ever. Yeah, just wanted to do some publicity. If you guys want some really cool sweatshirts, t-shirts, tank tops, sweaters, hoodies with funny owl quotes and owls on it, then go check out my viral style store because I have designed a lot of cool new stuff and there's stuff being added to the store all of the time. So I've also designed clocks. Go check them out. The link will be in the description box of this video. Hello passion fruits, it's your girl VH with another video. I promised you the video in which I would explain what happened to Ollie. And for the people who are totally new to this channel, Ollie is our new guest for the next couple of months. And we don't know exactly how long he will be with us because his owner is in the hospital and we don't know exactly when she's gonna get better. And yeah, I'm gonna call the owner Jane because I want to protect her privacy. You know, the internet is a dangerous place and you never know. But obviously that's not her real name. And yeah, Jane couldn't find anyone to take care of her dog. Dog care is so expensive, and as she needs to be in the hospital for at least 3 months, that's obviously way too expensive, you know. So my therapist asked me if Robert and I could take care of Ollie, and I told her that we wanted to do it, but that we didn't know if it was going to be okay with Backup, because Backup is normally very social with other dogs, but you know, the last couple of weeks he has messed up a few times in the dog park. So he and another dog, you know, started fighting, and I have to admit, it was Backup his fault. It was Backup's fault. He didn't behave, and I now know that that is because he's in puberty, so he's full of testosterone. So I thought Backup was gonna be the problem, but eventually it turned out that Backup, you know, as soon as he got over the "oh, I'm jealous" part, he started to do very well. He even started to bring his ball towards Ollie because he wanted to play. He wanted to play with Ollie. I have a footage of that, which I will show you in just a second. But Ollie doesn't want a friendship with Backup. And this is probably because Ollie has been bitten several times by really big dogs. So he's kind of afraid of big dogs now, and he gets defensive really fast.
De winkel van Dank u Sinterklaasje. Bij bol.com vind je het populairste speelgoed, met en zonder geluid.
Vroeger viel ik moeilijk in slaap. Ik werd soms midden in de nacht wakker, of veel te vroeg in de ochtend. Maar dat is allemaal verleden tijd met Sleeppill.
Dankzij Sleeppill, op basis van natuurlijke ingrediënten, zorgt Sleeppill ervoor dat je verstand voor het slapen gaan, sneller in slaap valt en je slaap zonder duurdingen.
Dankzij Sleeppill heb ik 3 redenen om van een kussen te houden.
Inderdaad, vertrouw op Sleeppill voor een zalige nachtrust.
Kussensdagdek. Bij ons sta je als gang op de eerste rij.
Grootste keukenbeurs. Nu 30% op keukenmeubilair en 20%.
And the problem is, you know, everything is a-okay when they're together in one room until Backup tries to approach Ollie, even if he's being nice, because I must say Backup has totally surprised me. I thought that Backup would be the problem, but it turned out that Ollie was gonna be the problem. You know, Backup just wants to be friends with him and play with him, but as soon as Backup tries to approach Ollie, Ollie starts to growl. Backup, be nice. starts to growl. And when he starts to growl, yeah, Backup also starts to get upset and will try to go bite Ollie. So we always supervised them. So in the beginning, yeah, we did leave Ollie and Backup with us in the living room, always under strict supervision. But it was a-okay. Backup started to eventually ignore Ollie and just accept that Ollie wasn't open to the friendship. But Ollie is very dominant. I saw this right away. Ollie has not always been with Jane, and he has been with other people for a while, and those people messed him up, which made him really dominant, and he wants food. He's looking for food. Which made him really dominant and territorial, and you can see that he thinks he's gonna run things around here. And I knew that that was gonna be a problem in the future. So I started correcting Ollie, like every time he growled towards Backup, I took him like here and I pushed him to the ground, or if he was laying on the couch, Backup, chill! Or if he was laying, oh my god, or if he was laying in the couch, I would push him against the couch until he surrendered, to be like, hey, I'm the boss, I decide towards whom you... Back up! Would you stop it, please? No! Sorry, Backup is being a little baby. Oh, poor Ollie. Okay, so where was I? So I started correcting Ollie every time he would growl towards Backup, and so I would take him like here and push him down to the ground or to the couch if he was laying in the couch. Just to show him that I was boss and that he didn't need to growl towards Backup. Because I knew that if Ollie would keep doing that, like there would be a dog fight soon, I could tell. So I wanted to try and correct his behavior so that in the future maybe they could be friends. So yeah, I started doing that, and it was going kind of well. He started growling less. But then this one evening, he was laying next to me in the couch, and Backup was actually just not even paying attention to Ollie. He was just under the table of the living room, a few meters away from Ollie. He wasn't even looking at Ollie. And suddenly Ollie jumped out of the couch like a rocket and he launched towards Backup. He started barking and growling and he wanted to attack Backup. And luckily, this was the first time it happened. Luckily, I reacted like a ninja and I grabbed him here again and I pushed him towards the ground until he surrendered. And it was ugly, guys. He showed all of his teeth and was making so much noise. I was kind of in shock. I was in shock a bit, to be honest. And I just had to say to Backup, go back. I say the command in Dutch, but Backup understood. And he listened. So Backup wasn't the problem at that time, it was Ollie. That was the first time something happened, but nothing bad happened. Ollie didn't got bitten or anything. But yeah, Ollie started it out of nowhere. It was so weird. And then a week later, so everything went fine for a week. And then a week later, Ollie did it again. But this time, we didn't expect it either because this time he was laying in between me and Robert in the couch. And Backup was actually sick, so he was lying on the carpet under the living room table and he was kind of hyperventilating and he was so weak. Backup had, I don't know, a gut bacteria or something. I don't know, he threw up the night before and had diarrhea and he was really, really sick actually. So he wasn't even playing by himself, he was doing nothing but resting. And suddenly Ollie launched from the couch again and attacked Backup again. But this time I didn't react soon enough, I just didn't see it coming. And yeah, Backup defended himself and bit Ollie. I will show you the place where he bit him. I will also show you a picture of Ollie the day he got his stitches. And he bit Ollie, and it was gruesome because he already started to shake with Ollie. It was really like self-defense, but it was, oh dear, I did not know that German Shepherds, like their bite, it was awful to watch. And so I pulled them apart, but it was already too late. Ollie already had, okay, Ollie already had a big gap. And at first I was like still naive, but after I had pulled them apart and after I had sent Ollie to the couch again and Backup under the table again, I was like, well, it's probably nothing. And as I was walking towards Ollie, I was like, well, it's probably nothing. Holy shit, it is something. Oh my god, we need to call the vet. I was in shock. It was like this gaping wound, and yeah, I had a little panic attack there. I was like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, please let this dog be okay. I felt so guilty and so incapable, and like, yeah. Well, after like a few seconds, I regained my calmness, and we called up the vet. We explained the situation and how the wound looked, and he assured us that it was not life-threatening because he couldn't come the same night. We had to wait until the next morning to go to the vet with Ollie. But by that time I could also see that it wasn't as serious as it looked. It looked really bad, but it was still kind of okay. But the thing is, the skin, it tears very easily, so the wound like kind of stood open like this, and that's what made it so ugly, you know. I'm gonna try to end this video soon, and then I'm gonna leave Ollie in the garden and put Backup inside because Ollie needs to do pee-pee, I think. Huh? You wanna do pee-pee? Oh, whoops. Now I've just given him the impression that he's gonna go outside. I should have known that. Just another sec, Ollie. Or not. I'm sorry, you can go outside in a minute. Hey. I will leave him out. I will put him outside first, maybe. I don't know. Just 1 minute. Can you hold it in for 1 minute for this video, please? Yes, can you? Okay, so yeah, that's basically what happened. We went to the vet the next morning. He got sedated. They stitched him up, and they said they had seen. Hey! Back up! Wait! They said back up. Oh god. They said they had seen way worse than this, and that, you know, we shouldn't feel guilty. It happens a lot. It can happen really quickly, which, yeah, I know now. So we've decided to now always keep Backup and Ollie apart. We can leave Backup outside and Ollie inside, and sometimes we switch. The problem is if we put Ollie in the bench or in another room, he will start to cry, and it's really stressing and annoying. So now we've also put the bench in the garage, and if we really need to switch dogs, we can also put Ollie in the garage. We have put a lot of blankets in the bench so that he isn't cold, and he never stays in there for more than an hour or something, but it's just to have some peace and quiet in the house, because Backup behaves. If we put Backup in the bench, he's quiet after a few minutes, but Ollie just doesn't stop crying until he gets attention. And I'm just in a time in my life where I can't have the patience to wait for hours and hours until he stops crying, you know. I need to live stream, I need to do stuff, and I just want peace and quiet in the house. So I'm okay with Ollie being a little brat, but I did want to find a solution that works for everyone. So most of the time Backup is in the garden and Ollie is in the living room, and then sometimes I will switch and put Backup inside and then Ollie just in the garden for a few minutes. But after a few minutes he already comes to the door and starts crying to come inside. So then I will either put him in the kitchen, and if he's behaving he can stay in the kitchen until Backup is ready to go outside again. If he doesn't behave, then I will put him in the bench in the garage. Of course, I also take him on 1 hour walks and stuff. We play with him inside as well as outside. So yeah, I feel like we've found something that works for everyone. And I do feel like I should keep trying to make them friends. But the thing is, if this would be my own dog, I would do that. And I know I'm capable. But it's not my own dog, and something bad already happened. And I would never forgive myself if I would persevere and he would get bit again, because he has been bitten already by really big dogs in the past a lot. He almost died once. So I don't want to be, I could never look his owner in the eyes if something else happens. So that's why I'd rather not take the risk. But I know that that's not best for Ollie. I know it would be best for Ollie if he would learn how to be nice to other dogs, because he's a real bitch towards other dogs in the park as well, and especially if they're bigger dogs. But what he doesn't realize is that he's not gonna win the fight. Like if he starts a fight, which he does all of the time, he's not gonna win. And I feel that's why he has had to have so many surgeries in the past. But I swear to God, he's the sweetest dog in the world, especially for us humans. He's so cuddly and, he's really sweet. I love him. I will miss him so bad when Jane takes him home again. Of course, I hope that we're going to see each other again after this adventure, and so that we can come visit Ollie. But yeah, that's the story. But yeah, he has to take antibiotics 2 times a day, but I'm almost out of antibiotics, so the treatment is almost finished. And yeah, he's gonna be a-okay. The scar is not going to be visible when his fur grows back, so it's gonna be a-okay. It's really unfortunate that it happened. I was really mad at myself, angry with myself in the beginning, but then I was like, this could have happened to anyone. It's just a shame. And it actually was his own fault. He started it, but I feel like I should have been faster, and I blame myself for not being fast enough that time. Even though I know I shouldn't feel too guilty, but still, it's not my dog. And yeah, if I would let anyone else take care of Backup and something would happen with Backup, even if it wasn't lethal or anything, like, I would be super worried and scared too. So yeah, Ollie is Jane's little baby, which I totally understand. He's so cute and so sweet. Anyways, you guys, I'm sorry for the chaotic video. I hope you still enjoyed it. Now you know what happened to Ollie. And I'm gonna leave Ollie outside now to do his thing, maybe play a little bit with him, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned. Bye!